Here in Yonkers. Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Yonkers. Yonkers. Yonkers. Yonkers. Yonkers.
I grew up in Yonkers.
One of my daughters lived in Yonkers. I've been in Yonkers since 1994.
I have been in Yonkers on and off for about maybe like 2 years.
Housing.
Housing.
Like housing issues.
Looking for housing.
The subject of housing.
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 Homeless.
The biggest problem I had was with the inadequate heating in my particular building.
The lack of heat.
It's prevalent in a lot of low-income buildings. Housing for low income is negligent. It's not here.
People can't pay their rent or wherever they're living.
I struggled a lot with it because the rents were very, very over my budget.
Here, the rents have gone up gradually.
Typically, we've seen an increase in homelessness.
There are so many people that are affected by housing.
There's not enough housing for the people that need it, and there's not enough housing that my community can afford.
Low income has a lot to do with suppressing advantages or opportunities, I should say. Having low income people discard you before they could even know what's in your heart or in your mind. When individuals that own their own housing see the rents that public housing gets, they raise their rents. So rents everywhere are so high that people cannot afford them.
Folks that live there that are homeowners, and they don't feel there's an issue with housing because they are privileged enough to own their homes. So by owning their homes, they don't have the same issues as folks that are renting. So they don't feel that they need to help the ones that do have the issues because they're sitting and they're comfortable.
And we're trying now to reach the low-income housing.
We need to work together, and I think we need to honestly have bigger numbers of people so we can push the people in power to make the changes that we need.
It's important for people to, to get out and be more community-minded.
So it starts within the community. It starts with who you elect as mayors, as councilperson, as senators, as assembly people.
Start attending your local government meetings. You could speak about anything at the county legislators' meetings, and they're the ones who make a lot of the decisions regarding homelessness and also low-income issues.
It doesn't start down in D.C. Again, be very clear. It's always been within the area of the community with your community leaders.
I would tell people to pay attention and to join Community Voices Heard too.
And we have to educate and educate and educate and educate and push how important education is.
And talk to one another. I mean, we learn so much because everyone has their own experiences. But if we share, we'll find out we have more commonalities than we do differences.
And let me just say, what I do is a lot more for others than for myself. I'm not in need. I'm fortunate, in that respect, okay? But what I do for others because, as I said I see it all around me, how others just don't have the will and the fortitude. And some folks are in need and know they're in need, but just don't have it to go outside of their box and comfort zone and speak up and speak out and look for other avenues that can help them. So I think folks that care about others, because you have to care about others in order to really be committed, to be an activist and to. It's not all about you.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's when you really find who's really there and who's really not. If you just going and you just doing it, okay, I have an issue, I need help. Okay, that's fine. But once you reach out and reach out for help for yourself, think about somebody else too. Because we all know somebody. Mm-hmm. We all do, And that's what's great about folks that have, but they come back down and look out for others.
Mm-hmm.
That's a human thing. You know, that's a real caring and love thing. When you reach out, when you reach out, when you reach out.